Hi everyone. Well, welcome to the monthly forecast reading. I'd like to make a little introduction first for you to get to know what this is about, okay? So the intention for these readings are for them to be monthly. These are more of a general reading, okay? Focus with the intention to apply to as many as you as possible. Sort of global messages that affect the energy of our planet, that affect us at an individual level, and the consciousness, awareness, how it expands or how it contracts, depending, or the awareness that we constantly are receiving from higher sources into the awakening of this planet. So you're going to find that the messages from Spirit will be more at a general level. In fact, to make it more into the physical realm, I am going to be using my tarot card deck, okay? Normally I'm going to be using this one right here. It's called the Cosmic Tarot, okay? And my intention is to use this tarot deck in order to pull the messages that are for the most importance for Spirit. Since I am not tapping on anyone in specific, I want to do it this way, so the most information comes forth. In addition, I plan to tap all sources of light, okay? I will connect with the spirit guides. I will connect with the energies that may come to me or other sources of light that may come to me. Even if for some reason I receive information from the Akashic records, I will be sharing that also, okay? But these readings are intended to be more at a general level, okay? They are not intended at a personal level, and they won't work in that aspect, even though they will make a very strong influence in your life, especially if the energies are touching a living area that you are working on, okay? So, with that being said, let's go for the reading. Hey folks, how are you guys doing this month of March? Well, I guess that most of you are knowing that this year has started really intense. And this is pretty much how I did open on February's forecast. But you know, as it came up in the forecast, and right now, being on March, this really shows that last month indeed was a lot of month for progress, but also difficult progress, okay? I wouldn't say it easy going progress. For some it is, but when you put a little bit of resistance, or even when you don't accept something in your life that you know it's going to be good for you, but you don't want to take the sacrifice, you don't want to take the work, then boom, you get slammed by the universe. Because we are in the most intense times of progress that I have ever seen in the last few years. And it's a good thing, because it is not about cleansing, releasing so much, or learning karma life lessons, but it's really about breaking through, making major changes in life, making, big decisions in order to change and improve your foundation. It came up since January that it was going to be like that for February, for March, and I sense that possibly even for April, okay? So I can give you right now, right off the bat, that you need to continue to try to expand your comfort zone, get out of your comfort zone and explore new avenues, because you are going to really open a lot of doors. And if you have to take a promotion, or to apply for a promotion, or you want to ask someone out, or you want to apply to that career, to that job, whatever, you want to make sure you go ahead and you do it. If you feel it's right with you, and if you feel that you are being pushed, you have to do it. And trust me, you are going to know when you are being pushed, because the universe, it's very obvious with that, okay? So that's going to be a lot of the initial foundation for March as well, okay? It has been like this. Last year, we would talk about a wave, kind of Spirit said in advance how long it was going to last, but for now it seems that it's continuous, it's ongoing, okay? And the more we progress globally, the better, okay? So keep that in mind, that whatever is in your stake for progress, you're going to be not only into it, but also dragged to it. If you are ready, you're going to be literally dragged to it, okay? And I really want to emphasize that because I have seen it in myself, in those who surround me, as well as in multiple readings I have been doing this last month, okay? So let's make sure of that, okay? So now let's go ahead and see the first card, which is a Four of Pentacles, as you can see here. And okay, so the first message I can provide to all of you with this Four of Pentacles, it's the fact that do not feel afraid to ask for help, okay? That's something that it's coming up new, and I am glad to hear this news myself also, okay? The month of March, it's going to have an easier energy at the times of getting help. January, February, it was like, you know, the example I gave, like you were running and you had a rope tied around your waist, and then a car was pulling, and then it would even bring you to the end line, even if it's dragging you and you're on the ground already, you know. Well, now you can receive some assistance. Instead of just being that, you might have someone pushing you behind. So the run is going to be easier for you. However, it's important to notice that someone, in some cases, that someone might come to you, but it feels to me that globally and overall, it has to be you that seek out for that help. If you have someone to work with, you want to get started this month, if you have a project that you need some touch-ups, maybe you want to seek for some advice, or just get yourself some literature and nurture yourself with more information, because it's not only the physical support of a person. That's the main thing, okay? The physical support of someone, like not being alone in this battle of life, like having someone right next to you, and this could be a coworker, this could be a lover, this could be a family member, a friend, you know. That's mainly. Don't be afraid to ask to help, especially when those offer them to you, and especially going to those who have a hard time allowing themselves to be helped. It's very important that if you have an opportunity to heal, to let go of something, or to receive help for the progress we have been talking about, it's extremely important that you go ahead and you don't hesitate in asking for help to those who surround you. You want to give help to others, I'm pretty sure, you know, most of you will, but some of you will have a hard time allowing yourselves to be helped, to even ask for it. Make sure to ask for it, especially if you are hoping, you are expecting for someone to lend you a hand, to help in something. You can go ahead in this month of March and say, hey, would you mind lending me a hand? You know, I would love to, whatever, you know. And this applies mainly as that, but it also applies at helping yourself, okay? So if there is that book that you want to read that will give you more knowledge, make some time and read it, okay? If you know that talking with this person, or maybe doing that, or maybe changing a few things in your life, you can go ahead and get a promotion. Go for it, okay? Make sure that you take the most advantage and the most benefits of with whom is being helping you. And I am also feeling something, and kind of makes sense with the next card, okay? The Fool. Not exactly the card I was expecting, but it makes some sense, because Spirit was going to say, even though this message is great, make sure that you pay close attention to whom you ask help for, and especially those who are offering you help. You need to make sure if those are the right persons to help you. Okay, so in your situation, make sure that you always make eye contact with that person. Make sure you always have plenty of communication with that person. And if there is something that is still on the air, make sure you solve it. Make sure you talk about it. Make sure that everything is clear, so all of you are in the same boat. That's extremely important. Why? Because I was sensing that there is a possibility of getting not the rightful help, not the rightful guidance. You know, I was expecting a card, kind of like the devil, or, you know, a Nine of Swords, but in the end, this is a year, you know, this is a month that it's about progress, you know, as it has started the year, not so much about the suffering, so it makes more sense that the Fool comes out, but the Fool represents you in this case, okay, not your friend. And no, I am not calling all of you fools, okay? But the Fool card is trying to say at the time of seeking for help, or taking a leap of faith, or anything that will bring progress or healing, make sure that you put your 110% attention into it. whether it's connecting with somebody else, whether it's whatever. Make sure to keep 110% focus. Make sure to analyze, make sure to be a little more analytical, and make sure to also look a little after yourself. Give yourself some priority, okay, especially in more longer term deals or more ongoing projects. Just make sure of that. The fool only wants to bring that us, okay? That the fact that when we make all of these steps or all of these connections, we pay good attention, we don't rush things, and we are well focused. And if we feel the other person might not be the best person out there to help us, to move on. In case of doubt, communication, okay? That's a very important part of the message. So let's bring one more card here and see. Okay, very interesting one. The Moon card, okay? And the Moon card, you know, it really, in the pace we are going, it really brings my happiness up. Because, you know, it kind of tells me that this is going to be a month where possibly you're going to see more of that resolution that you could be seeking in some of your living areas than having to struggle for it, you know. January, February was mainly about struggle, progress, boom, boom, boom. And so it's going to be this month. But apparently, it's going to be a little softer, especially for those who embrace themselves and who step away from their comfort zone. Very important. Those who step away from their comfort zone are going to have it easier, and actually they are going to have a certain level of rediscovery of their lives that will be amazing. You will find out many things about your life and your entire surroundings, your entire existence that you haven't before, and this will help you to progress further, to give you the motivation to keep jumping further and to keep moving ahead, okay? And, you know, for those who desire to stay in the comfort zone, who desire to even resist this energy, it could be worse, okay? Because not only you're going to feel more trapped and more suffocated, but also you're going to have an extra level of anxiety and stress, because if you haven't moved an inch and you don't allow the universe to help you, the moon is going to represent, like, pretty much, despite your little circle of comfort zone, everything else is going to be like a rainforest at night, like very dangerous, like very scary, whatever, you know. And it's going to even make you feel more trapped in your comfort zone and will decrease your happiness, and overall it will be a negative outcome. So you have to make sure more than ever to pull yourself out from that comfort zone, okay? Because if not, what's outside from the comfort zone, it's going to become even more scary for you. And that's not nice. When you jump out from your comfort zone, when you get into that rainforest, you're going to see, well, I guess the rainforest is not so bad after all this night. And you're going to get a guide that knows the rainforest like the palm of his hand, even better. And then maybe even you will discover extra things, you know, because the moon is representing that there is a lot behind that next step that you have to make, more than you are aware of. And that part is going to come up this month, okay? It's going to be easier, you know, for those who step out from their comfort zone to rediscover how many new things are in their lives. And for those who are not, to have the motivation to jump forward. And if still they are stubborn and you stay in your comfort zone, then, to be honest, it might be more difficult to even get out for the month of April, and it's going to be tougher on you. So make sure to bring progress and to move forward, okay? And you will see that this month can bring you a lot. So, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this forecast. It has been a big pleasure. As usual, we'll see each other next month, okay? So, see you in April.